Fellas, if you got your girl coming over for Netflix and chill, whatever she is to you, surprise her with this and I bet you have a great night. What we got right here are some seafood loaded baked potatoes, and we're gonna go ahead and bake them old school way, low and slow, you feel me? Or you can always microwave the potato too, that works just as well. And you can save a lot of time that way. So what we're gonna do is just stab these, put a couple holes in it first, okay? Just all across. Okay, this is gonna allow for like the ventilation to, you know what I mean? Just so that way the potato can breathe a little bit. And then the heat can get into the potato a little bit better. So that's why we're doing that. So I got my oven preheated already. It's at 400 degrees, so we're gonna go ahead and let that cook for a few minutes. Probably about 45 minutes to an hour and a half, just depending on the size of your potato. So we'll do about an hour. Well, during the process, probably about halfway through, then we'll go ahead and get ready to start on our mixture for the seafood, right? Now, as for me, I set timers because who's trying to use their brain to cook? Like, you want to make this as easy as possible. So we're going to go ahead and set this for about an hour, all right? 30 minutes in, then we're going to go ahead and start on everything else because really the cream sauce don't take that long. All right, so what we're going to do is go ahead and season up our seafood here. So what we're going to do is start with our shrimp. This is 2 pounds of large peeled and deveined shrimp, all right? I'm gonna start with some Old Bay garlic and herb seasoning. So it's a little bit lower on sodium as opposed to like the regular Old Bay seasoning. So we're just gonna go ahead and lightly get a little bit over this. We don't need to go too crazy because a lot of flavor is gonna come from the sauce itself, all right? Then we're gonna hit it with some Old Bay Blackened Seasoning. If you can't find this, you can get any sort of blackened seasoning or seafood seasoning. I would say it's best if you go ahead and get something that's low in sodium though. Yeah, so we're gonna go with a little bit of smoked paprika. If nothing else that you know about my channel, look, smoked paprika always is gonna give you more benefit as opposed to your regular paprika. Like regular paprika really just look pretty on food. Like that's it. Then we're gonna get a little bit of black pepper. And last but not least, we're gonna go in with some Cajun seasoning. Last thing. Be concerned about your sodium content, just so you can take a look at the label. All right, just so you can take a look at the label here. All right, so salt is one of the last things that's on here. One of the last things. So I promise you'll be fine. And set that aside, and then we'll mix it, of course. Make sure everything gets coated even. Now, we got our lobster. This is 4 lobster tails that I went ahead and taken out of the shell. I have like 3 videos that show how to take the lobster out of the shell. If you need a refresher, of course you can always look back at one of those, but it's a real simple process. All right, so what we're gonna do, just go in with the same exact seasonings that we used before, all right? So, thing is with lobster too, it cooks just like shrimp, real quick. Doesn't take a lot because if you overcook it, it'll shrivel up and look wilted. And well, ladies, I know y'all don't like wilted. Anyway, all right, go ahead and mix it around. All right, so we're about 15 minutes in with baking our potatoes. So what we're gonna do is get a large skillet and spray it with some cooking oil, and then get our seasoned up lobster tails and add them on in once the skillet has already been preheated. So we're gonna get them all in and cut them into pieces, whatever desirable pieces that you like. And then we're gonna cook these on medium to medium high heat for no more than 2 minutes each side. That's really all you need. Otherwise, you're gonna have your lobster be shriveled up and it's gonna be overly tough and not a vibe, all right? So once you finish with that, then you're gonna go ahead and remove it from the skillet. And in the same pan, we're gonna go ahead and add in our large peeled and deveined shrimp. Same thing, we're gonna cook these about 2 minutes each side. That's it, and then take it on out. And if you're new to my channel, I'm pretty sure you might be wondering, well, then why is he using one pan for everything? Because literally, I'm trying to only wash out one dish, or as little as possible. But anyway, now this part is optional right here, but I find that it's gonna get your potato a lot crispier, and it's gonna have flavor all over. So what you're gonna do, you can get any kind of olive oil. You can get spray olive oil. You can get olive oil out of a bottle. Doesn't matter. Be generous with it, okay? This is not a healthy recipe, all right? So hit that back side, hit it from the back one good time. Wait a minute. You know what I'm talking about anyway. that drizzle. Oh, and listen, once this finishes cooking, because right now we halfway through, okay? Halfway through, and boy. Now just get a little bit of garlic and herb, just a little bit. So instead of going from the back, I'm gonna go from the front, you feel me? Just lightly. Just a little bit, so it'll really bring out that flavor on the skin some. And a little bit of black pepper. So, or you can get fresh black peppercorns, it doesn't really too much matter. So you can get black pepper or black peppercorns, whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and set this back in the oven for another 20 to 25 minutes. And then we're gonna be ready. Now we're gonna build that flavor, all right? So what we're gonna do is, in the same skillet that we cooked our shrimp and our lobster in, all we're gonna do is get half a stick of butter. So this is real butter. We're gonna let that melt on down. We're just gonna make a light roux. We don't want this to be super thick, so we're gonna go easy on the flour. So we're gonna do 2 small kitchen spoons worth. Now I'm not in my home kitchen, so when without, make it work out. That's what you do. So taking our unsalted butter, by the way, my bad. Yeah, this is unsalted butter. I would always recommend getting unsalted. Reason being, because you can control your salt content a lot better that way. Yeah, salty food is not the move, I'm trying to tell you. I'm gonna go ahead and add in some of our onions. These are some chopped up onions. We just wanna soften those a little bit. So get a few handfuls. This is half of an onion that's been cut up, all right? So I'm taking half of that half. Putting that on in. Then just go until the onions become aromatic. Then follow that up, 2 small kitchen spoons of some minced garlic. So then what you wanna do here with these bell peppers, this is just to add color, a little bit of extra flavor. So we're gonna cook these just for about 2 minutes. You wanna soften them up just a little bit. So now that we got our bell pepper softened up just a teensy bit, nothing too wild. All right, we're gonna go ahead and add in our heavy cream. So we got our Great Value heavy cream. So that's gonna be 1 quart, go half on that. So about a pint, usually is what it's gonna come to, or 16 ounces. Now we're gonna bring that to a boil. All right, so Pete, now that we got everything coming to a boil, this is what we're finna do. All right, so we got 8 ounces of some whipped cream cheese here. What we're gonna do is take half of this container and add that on in. Just add a little bit more. All right, cool. That's just gonna help to thicken everything on up just a little bit. And if nothing else that you learn, we season every step of the way, all right? So we're gonna go in with our Old Bay Blackened Seasoning. All right. Once it starts boiling, you can turn that heat down just a little bit. Just a tinge of some black pepper. Old Bay garlic and herb. So with these, I would say go ahead and do about a teaspoon, teaspoon and a half, or to your taste level, essentially. A little bit of Cajun seasoning. This is mostly unsalted, or it's not one of the most concentrated ingredients. As you see here, I showed y'all earlier, salt is towards the end. So you're not gonna get no highly salted food, all right? Bam. Now to finish off, what we need to go ahead and pick up that color a little bit is some smoked paprika, and it's gonna give us an extra layer of flavor. So go ahead and incorporate everything on in. Y'all, it smells so beautiful. Look at this thing. Oh my God, yes. It's nice and creamy, it was nice and creamy. Now we'll go ahead and add in our shrimp and everything else. Now, if you want more bell peppers, add more bell peppers. If you want more of whatever, add it. Again, a recipe is truly just a guide. It is not the end all be all to your problems. Like I don't want you to think that. So we're gonna add our shrimp in, adding our lobster tails. So what you can do is just simply break it apart. It's whatever. And before I forget, we got some crab meat here, some crab claw. What we're gonna do is add this whole can in. All right, so just add it in. Doesn't really matter how slowly you add it in, just add it on in. And we got half a bag of some Italian style cheese. Now this, I'm not gonna lie to you, you can be pretty flexible. Add whatever cheese you want, it don't really matter. So just I'm adding the whole rest of the bag, honestly, because I'm the one eating it. So just go ahead and there we go. So there's your stuffing for the loaded baked potato. Now all we gotta do is just wait for the potatoes to be done. We got 8 more minutes. See y'all in a bit. All right, so the potatoes are done. So y'all hear that? See that crispiness on that skin? Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and pry that thing on open. Woo! Word of advice. Now I'm a little bit of a daredevil, I guess you could say. I don't mind touching hot food, but we're gonna go ahead and pry it on open, add in your butter, or you can forego the butter really, just because the sauce already has butter that we're gonna put in here with the shrimp and everything else. So you pretty much are good at this point. Now make sure to slice, but don't slice all the way down. All right, so here is our Cajun mixture. So we got crab, bell pepper, onions, shrimp, and lobster. And that pie is heavy as shit. Oh my God. So normally I would add in some extra butter and stuff, but look, I mean, I don't know if extra clogged arteries at this point is even necessary considering the fact that we got butter already in here. So we're just gonna forget that step. All right, what we're gonna do, take a little scoop, bust it open. The potato, that is. Okay. All right, so now we got our mixture into our potatoes, right? So what we're gonna do, we got some green onions here, just put them on. It's just gonna be for garnish. You know, this is optional here. If you're ready to dig in, go ahead and do your thing, you feel me? So, just go ahead and put it on, just like that. And last but not least, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, all right. Put a little bit of parsley over it, just to finish it off. All right, so look, if you want your potato juicier, then add more sauce. Do whatever works for you. If you like dry, I don't understand why you would eat anything dry, but that has nothing to do with me. Add less, whatever works for you. If you wanna add butter, underneath this, add butter. And y'all, this is essentially it.
Oh, wait, listen, I was picking my teeth after eating this. It was so delicious. But anyway, give this recipe a try. Tag me if you do, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. But real quick, though, let me talk to y'all about this. So, ladies, I know brunch season is here, and we got biker shorts, sundresses, clappers, and all that. Listen, so my new thick biker shorts, they're out now. The link is in my bio to go ahead and grab some. So it's thick with 2 C's. Now, if you thick with just about half a C and you wear a small, or if you thick with about 3 C's and you wear a double XL, I got you. So, all right, look, if you use the promo code in the description, that'll get you $5 off your purchase. All right, but look, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.